Okay, so in the previous lesson, I showed you how to ask questions where the only possible answers are yes or no. Today, we will be asking for a lot more information. Hello and welcome back to another Spanish lesson with me, Eva. As promised, today I will show you how to ask questions so that you get some information. So it's not just hearing yes and no as an answer, you will want to find out more things, okay? And today I will show you how. But before that, don't forget to subscribe, to hit the bell button, and if you are enjoying these lessons, don't forget to like them too. Okay, good. So the questions for yes and no answers were very easy. The questions for when we inquire about the specific information are easy, but there's a bit more to it, okay? So, for example, we had an example of a question. ¿Te llamas Ana? Okay, that was the question yesterday. Okay, so we are already guessing or assuming that her name could be Anna, but we're not 100% sure, so we want to double check, and all we expect from her is to say either yes or no to prove us right or wrong. Okay, so we say ¿Te llamas Ana? And she says yes or no. ¿Sí? ¿Me llamo Ana? No, no me llamo Ana. Me llamo Maria, for example. Okay? Good. But here at least we had, I don't know, we thought we knew her name. When we have no idea what her name is, obviously we won't go through the whole list of names, no? So we won't ask her, what's your name, Anna, no? So this Anna now is gone. We have no idea what her name is, and we'll just ask her and have her tell us her name, okay? So what we have to do here is add a question word at the beginning. What is your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? Okay, so instead of already inquiring about could Anna be your name, we just want her to tell us. So Anna is gone, and the question is ¿Cómo te llamas? Okay? If you're writing, don't forget the question marks. One at the beginning, upside down, and then one at the end. Okay? ¿Cómo te llamas? Okay? What's your name? Okay? Let's have a look at other question words that you will be using in Spanish. Okay? Let's start with who. Okay? For example, ¿Quién? Okay? Who? And you might want to know who is the president of a country. ¿Quién es el presidente de any country? No? Again, a question mark at the end and another one also at the beginning. So ¿Quién is who? Of course, you can then add prepositions. Who is this package for? Or who is this letter from? You can do the same thing in Spanish. De quién is from who, para quién, for whom, etc. But let's just see the question words first, and then adding these prepositions will come naturally to you, because basically you will be doing the exact same thing that you do in English. Who is it for? Who is it from? all these prepositions, for, from, and some others, you will just use the same ones in Spanish, okay? Good. Okay, what? What is que? Okay. What have you bought? Ooh, you come with lots of bags there. What have you bought? ¿Qué has comprado? ¿Qué has comprado? What have you bought? Where is ¿dónde? ¿Dónde? Where do you live? ¿Dónde vives? ¿Dónde vives? Or maybe where do you work? ¿Dónde trabajas? Where do you work? Okay. How? Oh, okay. How we already have here. ¿Cómo? Okay. How are you called? Which obviously is not the way you would say it in English, but ¿cómo means how. No? How do you feel? Okay, I will give you another example. ¿Cómo te sientes? How do you feel, or how are you feeling? I see you're a bit pale. Are you okay? ¿Cómo te sientes? How are you? How are you feeling? No? So, ¿cómo? How. Okay, this ¿cómo would not be translated as how in English, but ¿cómo in most cases just means how. Okay, good. ¿Cuándo is when. ¿Cuándo? Okay, when is your exam? ¿Cuándo tienes el examen? ¿Cuándo tienes el examen? When is your exam? When do you have the exam? ¿No? ¿Cuándo? When. Why? ¿Por qué? Two words. ¿Por qué? Why are you sad? ¿Por qué estás triste? ¿Por qué? Two words. Why are you sad? ¿Por qué estás triste? When you answer and you say, well, because, then in the answer, this ¿por qué will become one word. So separate, why, together, because. Okay, when they're separate, it's a question word, why, and here it means because, and it's written together. Okay, good. Which, which sometimes also translated as what, would be ¿cuál? ¿Cuál? Which is your number? What is your number? Telephone number. ¿Cuál es tu número? No? What's your number? Which? Or which one do you like? ¿Cuál? ¿Cuál te gusta más? Which one do you like more? Or which one do you prefer? ¿Cuál te gusta más? Okay? Good. Okay, there's one more that has sort of two variations. And so I'll get rid of this now. I hope you've had time to copy it. If not, take a screenshot if you can of this and then you can finish copying it later, okay? Good, but I do want to show you one more which sort of has two variations to it, okay? Good, okay. Okay, so the one that's still left to explain or to mention is how much and how many. How much and how many kind of really means the same thing, except when we say how many, it means we are talking about a noun which is countable. We can count it. How many? No? 1, 2, and we expect to hear a number. No? How many exams have you got this week? 3. No? We'll answer with a number. However, some nouns are not countable. Like we can say 1 exam, 2 exams, 3 exams, and so on. But we can't say, I don't know, 1 sugar, 2 sugars, 3 sugars. No? You normally say 1 spoonful of sugar, or same with milk. You don't say 1 milk, 2 milks. It's either a carton of milk, or it's either, I don't know, a glass of milk. Same with money. You don't say 1 money, 2 monies. No, you need a unit, a currency to talk about money, and then you can count euros and dollars and other currency. Okay, so money, the word, the noun money as such is not countable. You can't say 1 money, 2 monies, 3 monies. No, you have to use a unit, or in this case a currency, to count it. No, same with milk. You need some unit. We're talking liters of milk, cartons of milk, glasses of milk, etc. Okay, so if the noun is countable, how many? If the noun is not countable, how much? How much money have you got? How much milk would you like in your tea? No, if you're if you're British, etc. Okay, so countable nouns will go with how many, and uncountable nouns with how much. And let's see how we say how many and how much in Spanish. How many already implies that we can count this thing, whatever this thing is, whatever the noun is, and we just assume it's already plural, okay? So we will already ask how many using a plural question word, okay? And we will say cuántos for masculine nouns and cuántas for feminine nouns, okay? Let's say you've met someone and you find out that they're from a very big family, okay? And you might want to ask how many brothers and how many sisters have you got, no? So you say cuántos hermanos and cuántas hermanas tienes, have you got, okay? Cuántos hermanos is masculine and cuántas hermanas is feminine, okay? Again, if the noun we are asking about is feminine, the question word will have a feminine ending and plural, okay? With countable nouns, when we can count 1, 2, 3 sisters, it's plural. Same for masculine nouns that are countable. If we can count these brothers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brothers, then we have a masculine ending, but also in plural, okay? When we are dealing with uncountable nouns that you cannot count, so I mentioned earlier milk and money, sugar, no, where you need some kind of unit to count it, Then we have the same question word in singular. Okay, so you will have cuánto and cuánta. Okay, cuánto for masculine noun. For example, money in Spanish is masculine. Dinero is masculine. So, ¿cuánto dinero tienes? How much money have you got on you? Do we have enough to go out for a drink? Or do we have enough to get a taxi? ¿Cuánto dinero tienes? Again, dinero, you cannot count in English or in Spanish. You can't say un dinero, dos dineros, tres dineros. You can say €1. Maybe I've got €1 or 20 euros or maybe dollars or British pounds. Okay? But not this noun. This noun does not have plural dineros. Okay? So we use the singular form of this question word. ¿Cuánto? And because this is masculine noun, we have a masculine ending here. ¿Cuánto dinero? Milk in Spanish is a feminine noun. Okay? Grammatically speaking is feminine. So leche in Spanish, being feminine, we have to use cuánta. Okay? ¿Cuánta leche quieres? How much milk would you like? ¿Cuánta leche quieres? Okay? So how many for countable nouns? And because we can count them and we kind of assume that there's more than one, that there's already a plural, how many will have the question word? It's really the same question word in both cases, but with countable nouns, we use it in plural and it needs to reflect the gender of the noun. So, cuántos for masculine nouns, cuántas for feminine nouns. Uncountable nouns that do not have plural as such, dinero cannot be counted as 1, 2, 3 monies, and milk 1, 2, 3 milks. Okay? So, because they can't be counted, this question word is in simple, let's say singular. It remains in singular, but it still has to reflect the gender. Okay? ¿Cuánto dinero? Because it's a masculine noun, and cuánta leche, because leche is a feminine noun. Okay? And before I go, I will just point out one thing that you don't need to worry about when you speak, but if you do have to also write Spanish, okay? Whenever you use these words, these question words, as questions, because they do have another, let's say, role to play in Spanish when they're not used in questions, but when you do use them in questions, and that's what we've been doing today, you always have to use the tilde, okay? So you need to indicate where the stressed syllable is, okay? You will see, if you have to also read in Spanish, you will find these words and the ones that we had on before, these question words, when they are without this graphic mark, this accent mark, when they're without it, they are not used as question words, they are not used in questions as such, and you will see them without the tilde, okay? But when you do use them in questions and you have to write and someone's going to correct it, you want to make sure that it's right, then don't forget to put the question, the accent mark, okay? The tilde. So, cuántos, cuánto, and all the other words that we saw earlier, they all had this tilde. Okay? Good. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you understand how these questions work, how these question words help you get the information that you want. And I will say goodbye and see you in the next lesson.